Big Hood in the building.
Nope. We've been talking about changing this song for literally 5 months.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Big Hud stays with us.
What up, what up? What up? How about the boys?
Crack them if you got them.
How about the boys?
Drink them if you have them.
What up, what up, what up? They bring the noise.
We talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them boys? How about
We back.
we back? So how's everybody feeling today?
Great.
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 I'm doing well. I'm feeling good. One more day of work.
Oh, and then you're off for the holidays.
You're still working?
Oh, shut up, you losers.
Lame. I mean, we're working right now. We're in the studio. We're in the lab.
Hey, we're in the stew, just labbing at some stuff up, right?
Or as I like to call it, the sweat box.
It can get sweaty in here in the summertime. Everything crashed.
Belly sweaty belly buttons.
Yeah, remember when you didn't give me a fan? And I almost died.
And everything was melting.
Yeah, well, to be fair, everything was melting and
I know.
programs were shutting down. So I didn't care whether or not Steve was sweating.
It was hot as fuck over on this couch.
What can I say? I don't care about our guests at all.
Should we give Steve Daly a shout out? What up, man?
What up,
going on?
Steve?
UK Steve, what up, what up, what up?
What up, what up, what up? Okay,
Do you
so
like the jersey?
I love it.
Yeah.
You got the sevens. You're part of the club.
Yeah. It's kind of like, it kind of burns though.
Does it?
Yeah.
It feels like you're wearing like a holy cross?
Bit like when I walk in a church.
Yeah. Because it's
Kind of on fire.
or like
Well,
if,
you know.
or like if you go into sunlight.
Yeah, that as well. That as well.
Okay, before we get going here, we're going to shout out some of our social chat channels. Easiest place to go, if you go to www.cowboyscanfan.com, you'll be able to check out all of the great Cowboys Can Fan goodness. IG, TikTok, Instagram, I already said that as IG, YouTube, and the Twitter, which Alex, if you're wondering which one of us manages the Twitter, it's bandwagon boy number 2, Alex.
Yeah, it has our lowest following count. So not.
Hey. Yeah, it's because it's the leech. It just leeches off all the other content we have. Hey, well, to find us on any of those
and
social medias.
Yeah, so you can go right to the webpage, grab it, or you search any of the social media platforms. We keep it very consistent.
Which is
It's
what
at,
is it? Yep, there it is.
Cowboys Can Fan.
Woo, 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 woo.
Except for YouTube
Is at Cowboys
YouTube.com.
Can, youtube.com/Cowboys Can Fan podcast.
Stupid.
We're gonna talk to Alphabet.
Stupid.
Can you change that, or is it stuck like that?
I think it's because that's what our title is.
Hey,
We're there with it now.
Who gives a
We're
shit?
there with it now, and that's just how
Crack
it is.
'em
Crack 'em
if you got 'em. Is that a cool cran ras?
Steve, what's your YouTube channel name?
Getting manked with
I
Stadaily.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just my name. Yeah.
I don't even
It's
know.
not so much of a channel, more of a I listen to stuff to go to sleep.
Is that what you use
YouTube.
YouTube for?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they've got some good.
I'm not a big YouTube platform
brown
guy.
noise, white noise, whatever.
Really?
No, I don't use YouTube that often. To be honest.
I think 80% of the stuff I watch is YouTube.
I listen to documentaries to fall asleep because I'm super smart like that.
And yet you're like in the Matrix, and it just plugs in, and anything you
goes-
watch.
I'm like Homer Simpson when he listens. He gets the weight loss tape, but he gets a fucking word tape or something. And
Yeah, that he's the
You're
grammar.
like the only way I can sleep is if my
ask me
mind-
about Venus. Like I know everything about Venus.
Well, I was gonna give a nerdy stat about Venus, but I don't know. What's Venus's oxygen temperature?
Fucking
It's the hottest planet in the solar system.
Isn't Mercury?
No, Venus is the
Venus is-
hottest planet in the solar system.
That was a trick
Damn,
question.
there you go.
passed. That was
It works. It's working.
The best thing is we could ask you anything about Venus, and you could say anything, and we'd have to believe you.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I am the guy who wrote the book, Andy Weir, who wrote the book Martian. I'm reading his other.
No,
book.
we're talking about Venus.
I know.
Venusian.
I was just gonna say when I'm listening to this book. I'm saying reading, but I'm actually listening on Audible, and it's called Project Hail Mary. It's a really good book. It's similar like The Martian in a way, but when I'm listening to them talk about all this science bullshit and solar system stuff, I walk away. I'm like, I feel like I just got 10% smarter. No idea if they fictionalize
10%?
I would have said 90.
No, well,
From where your base is.
No. Every time I listen to it, so it's
You
a
level up 10%.
14-hour book. Every time I listen to it, I get 10% smarter. By the end of it, I'm 140% smarter.
Hey, so Audible, if you're out there, this is your perfect time to get in here and give us a sponsor.
Hey, Venus, if you're listening,
I wanna
throw us
inhabit
a
you.
like.
Do
Somehow.
you, when you level up, do you go into a like Highlander
Oh yeah.
moment and like
There can
the
be only one.
the weather whips around you?
Oh yeah. But it just comes around me like this. I get out of my car and was like, ah! Or I go like this because my brain's getting smarter.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that weirdo doing? I don't know. Just get to the car.
Enough about this nerd bullshit. Let's get into sports talk.
Sports.
Okay.
Sports.
Quick takeaways from last game here. This is just a list, and so we'll obviously just care about the Cowboys and Giants.
Oh,
on
hang on a sec.
NFL.com.
Sorry,
Yep.
I know I said let's get into sports stuff. That was my cue for you to go.
Oh, yeah. How about them Cowboys? We do that after they win, don't we?
Well, let's give it a good one.
Okay.
We didn't hear it the full time.
I know. I agree.
Hey, no, yeah. How about those Cowboys?
How
is
about
right.
them Cowboys?
How about those boys?
Basically, we dominated our competitions thus far in our division, which has been nice.
Boys,
And
10-4.
10-4. A weird 10-4 though, but I'll still take it. What
do you mean weird?
It's just a weird 10-4.
Okay.
It's like they don't feel like a top team, in my opinion. Like I'll watch it.
matter if you win by an
I would say that's only from the last few games when Dak's off the pace.
Yeah, but it
Or
just
maybe not Dak, maybe just the offense.
they just
in
feel
general.
it doesn't feel like they're dominant wins and they're 10-4. I need to see I need this weekend to be that 40 to fucking 7 game or something to feel confident.
They're weak wins.
They're weak wins, and I mean not on the D side of the ball. We've been getting takeaways, but it just doesn't feel like I remember teams when the Cowboys have been a dominant 10-4 second seed, and they've had those teams that it's like they're steamrolling guys.
Yeah, but
so maybe it's different.
if you can win when you're not at your best,
True.
oof.
Oh, and exactly.
exactly.
If they can turn it around and get the offense going, and I'm never gonna bitch about 10-4. It just feels weird. It's way better than last year.
He kind of
No,
is,
not
right?
bitching. Just saying it's a weird 10-4. It feels like a weird 10-4. It's not. I don't feel like they're Green Bay Packers who are 11-3. I don't feel like they're even. I mean, the Cardinals look like shit against the Lions, but
they look terrible.
but they just don't feel like a top. They don't feel like a second seed in the NFL. Just an honest opinion.
and we're up there for one of the best records in the league right now. Who has a better record? So
I think just Green Bay.
Packers.
Green Bay's
and
got
then
11
us.
wins. I think everyone else is on 10, right?
Yeah, and then we're tied for second with a bunch of teams. We are currently the second seed in the NFL though, or sorry, in the NFC.
Well, here's the thing, though, Anthony. If we would have beat them by 40-0, you would have probably said, "Doesn't matter. These teams are giant."
right. And or it's the same thing. Like if we would I have rather won 21-6, or would I have rather won 45-41? You know, I'm glad we won 21-6 because our defense is prime for playoff football.
Yeah.
But I would like to see a ass whooping.
It's better that if we flipped the kind of season in how our defense was performing and it was not performing, or was kind of limping at the beginning of the year, and now it's doing much, much better. Would you flip that? Like, would you rather be going offensive, having issues at the beginning of the season or the end, and vice versa?
I'd rather have our team playing how they're playing right now, because I feel like the offense is good enough to get back to being a 40 or high 30s points per game.
Yeah.
I think it's easier for an offense to catch up and get back on track than it's to get a defense start getting turnovers in the playoffs. If your defense is playing lights out and they have that confidence that they're going to take the ball away, that's perfect. This is awesome. They're going to ride that into playoffs. So I do like that our defense is outplaying our offense if I had to pick one or the other.
Yeah, we just can't.
That makes sense.
We just are getting screwed right now by not being able to capitalize on those defensive turnovers.
Well, yeah, it's going to be worrisome if we go play a team that is going to put up 35 on our defense, right? Like we have to hold pace. And we have an article that will dive into this a little bit more, why they think Dak
like later on in the episode.
So stick around.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, so what is this? The number Dan Quinn's D continues to dominate, which we kind of talked about there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it does.
He keeps pulling it out in the locker room.
Dan, put that away.
That is a dominating D you have.
Lieutenant Dan.
Do the third one.
Ice cream.
That's great. So we talked about this as well. For the third straight week, Dallas forced 4 fumbles. That's pretty cool. But the other big one here is Parsons has generated a 20% QB pressure percentage, which is a new Gen Stats era single season record.
Wow. Crazy.
And we don't have to we don't have to question if that's from this season because it's Micah's first season. So
Yeah.
That's right.
And then you got Diggs with his 10th pick of the year, which we all know because that's always our YouTube sensation after our
yeah.
our stream, or we always whore our way off Trevon Diggs interceptions
Diggs-
off his views.
That's why we continue to wear number 7 jerseys because he's building our YouTube following for us.
7.
Okay, I would go as far to say as the Cowboys have the best 1-2 punch of defensive players in the NFL.
Oh shit, yeah.
If the QB can't get off a pass because fucking Parsons is in his face, and if he does get off a pass, it's going straight into Diggs' hands.
Right.
So
Yeah. If you
perfect.
if there's any bit of extra air under the ball, Diggs is gonna, and it's on his side of the field. Diggs is gonna get underneath that. Like,
And at least I think he has second in the league for most passes defense.
That's right.
So not even interception. So even if he isn't picking the ball off, when he gets the chance, he's knocking it down. So you get all this noise about him giving up a lot of yards. Don't give a fuck. If he has the most interceptions in the league and then the second most defense passes, you're gonna give up some yards. I don't care about that.
well, I'll take it if he scores another touchdown.
Or even just takes the ball away. It's such a big play.
Yeah, game changer. It's called a game changing moment.
TSN turning point,
It's a
some would
turning
say.
Well, we do this little
That's
fun.
the Toronto Sports Network for those of you listening in the US of A.
The ESPN turning point.
I always thought it was the Sports Network, but no, I have.
It
I
is
knew-
Toronto Sports
As a
Network,
kid,
right?
it is.
Yeah.
As a kid, I always thought it was like the Sports Network.
Because they're just the Canadian version. TSN is just the Canadian version of ESPN, correct?
Toronto is
little
the
bro.
Canadian version of Dallas,
You think so? I would say New York.
the center of the universe.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Fuck Toronto. Does that mean I'm saying fuck Dallas? Next topic.
we do this every
I don't
week.
know. I was gonna go for
We
one.
do our predictions, and
And every week Alex cheats.
I'm gonna try really hard not to cheat this time, so we're gonna go real slow. But this is the NFL Power Rankings Week 16.
Cowboys got to be 3. I'm gonna say 3.
I don't have a.
If the
I don't
second
have a
seed, then
preference,
you think it'd be second.
So Anth, you say 3,
I say 3.
Number 2.
2, Adam.
2.
Can't go the same.
you can't go
You got to
the
go
same.
1-4.
The fuck is what the fuck?
Can't-
What
well,
the
well,
fuck
you
do you
can't
think
peg
this
it-
is? Summer
that's why-
camp? You just can climb into Ski's bed with them?
Yeah.
That's summer camp. What kind of summer camp are you at?
Just a wet, hot Canadian winter.
So I went with 3, and I said it fast because
Yep.
I wanted to take my number.
Well, then I
he
guess
looked,
I
he's
gotta
cheated.
go. I gotta go 1.
Okay.
Okay, then I go 4.
Oh,
I mean, we're all packed.
5.
It's gonna be 3.
I think it's gonna be
Okay,
3.
it's gonna be 3 because
Okay.
Anth cheated. He looked already. He's like, cheetah, cheetah.
This one's for Kilo C.
Are you trying to cheat my boys out the game? 15 more yards. Listen, let them play, ref. Let them play. Reasonable. Let them play. Let the boys play.
Cheetah.
Cheetah.
Come on.
Cheetah.
Great scene in that movie, by the way.
What movie is that?
I Remember the Titans.
Oh, I've seen that
Come
movie.
on.
I've seen that movie. I just didn't recognize the.
The call. Okay,
Number
so
1, Green Bay. Where we all know it's gonna
Yeah,
be
I think it'll be Green Bay.
Number 1's definitely gonna be Green Bay. And
Oh yeah. Look, Alex just
That-
peeks it over.
that woke bastard.
Green Bay's defense has been at.
What do you think the Colts are going to be? Because it just said they took over the Patriots and they're rolling right
Ooh,
now.
yeah, they're gonna be top 5.
Colts will be 4.
Oh, 4? Okay.
Colts will be 4, you think?
Yep.
So Green Bay, we don't need to
Which
read.
is
I don't
funny,
know, do you
which-
even care about reading what
No,
they're
we
No. I'm just going slow. I'm going slow.
Ooh, so
Ooh.
so
Oh,
Stadaley
KC.
is off the board.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
KC's
between Anth and Alex.
Ooh, dang, son.
Okay, here we go. Everyone's waiting. Everyone wants to see. Whip it out.
Whoa!
Oh, I could win.
I should have went number 4.
Speaking of, did you guys watch them get smoked on Monday night?
Yeah.
The shutout.
Yeah, that was a weird.
Last
weird
time was
Do you
game.
like-
want to know something funny?
Yep.
I was pretty fucked up on my meds and I'd been chasing a win all day. So
I thought you were going to say chasing the dragon.
no,
I was chasing the dragon.
I
all
was
day.
chasing the tramadol all day, and I put $50 on fucking what's his nuts.
Hill?
No,
Brady?
Brady getting 300 yards, Hill getting a touchdown, and Fournette getting a touchdown.
How'd that turn out?
Oh, not Hill. Evans and Fournette both getting. They both got injured.
Yeah, they both got knocked
and
the
then
fuck
they
out.
scored 0 points, so that was $50 down the drain.
Down the drain.
Yeah.
Could have been used for more meds.
When you gamble,
It is free, mate.
when you
It's
gamble,
insurance.
Oh, you know what? That's
GAMBLER.
60% of the time, it works.
Every time.
okay.
Are you guys ready to pulse with me?
Well, I think it is going to be 4 then.
Oh!
None of us are right.
What the fuck is up with this?
So we're 5 then. If we're
We dropped down to
we
6.
are out of the top. We might not even be 6.
Oh my god! Guys, I can't do it anymore.
I can't stop scrolling. Stop
End the
scrolling.
podcast. End the podcast.
My finger's
end the
getting so tired.
podcast.
My finger's getting so tired.
I can't wait to.
Wow. Are we even in the top 10?
Anyone who's just listening right now,
Okay.
we are just scrolling through the power rankings. We're
Right
at number
now, yeah,
7.
seven.
I guess we
with
should.
the
I guess we should have
Patriots.
been saying who's getting what.
The only time I haven't guessed like a fucking.
There we go.
are, 8.
Number 8.
We're down 1 spot.
Down one now. How did we go down one?
They're thinking the same thing as what I was kind of saying. That's not a dominant performance. The funny thing is, you get the Cardinals who lose to the fucking Lions, the Bucks who lost to the Saints,
Putting up 0 points.
putting up 0 points, but because we didn't beat the fucking Giants by 40, we go down.
Okay, read it out. Read it out.
The
Read
Cowboys
it
have
out
become the NFC version of what the Chiefs were in the AFC for much of the season. A team filled with high-profile stars on offense getting regularly carried by the defense. Dak Prescott and the Dallas attack continue to look pedestrian in a 21-6 win over the Giants, leaving it to the defense to do the heavy lifting. Dan Quinn's guys happily accepted the challenge, forcing 4 turnovers for the third consecutive week. The stats tell the story of an opportunistic unit. The Cowboys lead the league with 23 interceptions and are tied for first in takeaways with the 31, so we are going to drop them a rank. What? Like, that's fucked up
You know what?
a little bit.
Going back to what
It
you
is,
were
it is.
saying about you'd rather the defense playing better and the offense can pick that up and start rolling again. That makes no sense, man. That makes no sense.
You'd rather have the offense?
They okay. No. You were right. That on the screen makes no sense.
Oh, I know.
Like, they won by 2 possessions. right?
Exactly.
Yes, it's the Giants, but fuck it. They
They're
were
an
15,
NFL team.
They were 15 points ahead, and they still didn't have to break second gear on the offense. It's
Crack me
like
if you got him.
that
That's
makes no
I don't
sense.
get. This is what I don't understand
That's
about
horrible.
it either. Is there's teams that had lost that are still and had bad losses.
Yeah.
like not even good losses. Like the Cards got spanked.
by a team that's won 1 game.
Could you imagine
last
if
week?
Yeah, and then we get shit on for losing to the Chiefs, who are way up there, or the Broncos, who are still, I think, a better team than the Lions or the Saints. So I don't know. And we beat the Saints, who had beat the Bucks. So it's just weird. It's perspective of
you let-
one dude, I guess.
Anthony, you let this guy go, and he can. Because he says that there's no road back to the Lombardi unless the offense finds a groove.
I don't think that's true either.
I don't think that's true at all. I think if the Cowboys can score 21 points or more, and they can stop people from scoring 14 points or more, they're going to win.
Exactly.
Every
It
game.
doesn't matter if you. It
Exactly.
doesn't matter. I mean, obviously, it'd be sweet to fucking lay a whooping.
Of course.
Ad wants to say something.
It
I'll
don't
just.
matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
I almost had you, bro.
Truer words have never been spoken. It's true though, because
Dude, I almost had you.
with the thing about having all the weapons is, okay, so if it's not rolling, it's not rolling.
Crack
But
them if you got them.
if the defense gets us into that 30-yard line 3, 4, 5 times a game, and we just need to score 2 times and then get another regular score, like I said, like 3. If you keep them under 2 scores, you just need to score
Okay.
3.
Yeah. So it's not
Math. That's science.
That's math. I've done it. I passed it.
It's science.
It's not.
It's
Fuck,
science.
don't make. You're giving me all these cues, and I can't do 2 things at
It's
once.
science.
If it's not like it's an offensive power ranking. So you got to look at the team, the record. All these other teams who are still stacked up in the top 5, they had shitty offensive turnouts this past week as well.
Yeah.
So why they penalize us? Beyond me.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay, we still got to do this.
Before you go,
Yep.
you know I've always got to do a football soccer analogy, right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
cool with that.
This is true. Sir Alex Ferguson, United's old manager, best manager ever in the game of
I agree.
football.
Living
agree.
legend.
I
Living
agree.
legend. Attack wins your games, defense wins your championships.
Yeah, fucking right. That's
So
that's pretty much
who
in
gives a
every
fuck
sport.
what? Who the fuck that is? Aaron fucking Greg Rosenthal. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you,
Yeah.
Greg.
Look, no, this
no,
is
he
Greg,
didn't write it. It was someone else.
Hey, but you know what?
Greg,
Fuck Greg
bitch.
too, because you know this guy. You probably work with him.
He probably agreed with him.
Yeah, you probably drink coffee in the coffee room with him, and
He looks like a bellend. Fuck you.
he definitely read it and said, "Oh yeah, this is good. This is good."
He read over it and was like, "Yeah, 8. That's perfect. Fuck you."
Okay, here we go.
So this is
Oh,
QB
yeah, we gotta
index.
Oh yes, got to guess.
Ooh,
this
Dak's
is
gonna
QB
be down.
index. QB
Okay.
index.
Down. Ad, you picked last time.
14.
Ooh, I'm
okay.
not going that low.
Oh yeah.
AJ, you get next pick.
I'm gonna go 11.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go 8.
What's
Crack
this?
him if
Crack
you
'em if you got
got
'em.
him.
QB index.
Oh,
So where do you think Dakalicious is?
out of 32. 32.
Whoa!
Shade, throw in shade.
Fair enough.
Shit, I'm a long
Fair
way
enough.
from that door.
Yeah. And that. Yeah.
Here's a family.
I'm gonna go with 18.
What?
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Let's do this. That's a lot of scrolling. My
So
fingers
we
gonna
didn't.
hurt.
No one even said top 10 minus
Okay.
myself. I said 8.
Okay, so we'll call it out as it goes. Who's gonna?
And
do
you
it?
know, Ant said 8, just like the dad says to encourage his son. Like like
I still think hey, time out.
you
for a
know
sec.
he's not a top 10.
Time out for a
He's
sec.
not
Dak
ranked top
Prescott
10.
had the 3rd best quarterback rating QBR last week out of every quarterback in the NFL.
Okay, 17.
Fair
so
enough.
it seems like
Fair
he's
enough.
playing these shitty games because he's not putting up 300 yards and 4 touchdowns, but he didn't throw an interception.
That might be true, but do you think that these guys are going to rank based off
No.
of that? No.
No, they're going to go with the fucking Graysville.
Okay, let's go.
It's my quarterback.
That's right. Here we go. Number 1, Aaron
Fuck, he's woke.
Woke Rogers.
Number 1, Aaron
Did he
Rodgers.
call himself woke or something?
Aaron
Yeah, he
the
called
woke.
the crowd woke. He said the
No.
woke crowd's after him.
Aaron Joe Rogan Rogers.
Tom Brady
TB. Of course.
Thomas, I'm never.
See, he
I'm a
doesn't-
vampire Brady.
doesn't get dinged because he scored 0 points last game. Doesn't get dinged.
Doesn't get dinged. Dropped from number 1.
Well, that's a ding. He goes from 1 to 2.
yeah,
well,
but he should have dropped
fucking
more.
blow me.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler
He's
Murray.
been dog
He
shit
looks
since he's been back.
last 2 games he's looked terrible. Yeah, let's put him at 3.
I don't know why he should be at 3. You
shouldn't
miss
be.
You miss a game unless, like, you should be able to be overpassed.
He's lost two of his last 3 games. He's lost.
Justin Herbert.
I mean, he's been playing pretty good.
It's my boy Blue.
He's been playing pretty
He's
good.
gonna like the kid. I like the kid. Sign him.
Shine him.
Keep going.
Matthew
Stafford, number 5.
Stuff
Remember-
me like a turkey Stafford.
Remember when you laughed at me when I said I wanted to draft Stafford because he'd gone
Yeah,
to Rams?
I did. Yeah, I thought he was
Yeah.
gonna have a terrible year.
He's had a great year.
Had a great year.
Really good year. Really fucking
Joe
nice
Burrow.
Hawks.
Joe Burrow.
Whoa!
I mean,
no,
that's not
Joseph
terrible
Burrow?
either.
He's up from number 7, which means someone's taking a spot.
Someone's sprawling.
You guys ready? You guys ready to pulse on
Okay,
the
That's
pulse?
it.
so
We're
it
going down to
is-
7 right now. We're at 6 with Burrow.
Okay, look at those.
Josh
Allen?
That's
Josh Allen at
wild.
7?
That's wild.
I don't think Josh Allen's played pretty well.
He's been pretty good.
He's been pretty good.
I like Josh Allen.
I like Josh Allen too.
It's his running. It's his running ability.
Yeah, he
his
keeps
threat.
Yeah, he keeps the threat going.
Definitely does not look like
Patrick
a running.
Mahomes. So
running
Dak
QB.
might have fallen out of the
So
top
there's
10.
your number 8, Anth.
Yeah, there's 8. So I'm
And
out skis.
There's your number 8.
Patrick Mahomes fell from grace because he's usually a top 5.
But he just went up
No,
2.
he's going up.
He just
he's
went up
actually-
2. But you know.
He's had some sloppy Joes.
Okay.
Some sloppy Joes. Are we even going to be top 10?
Joes.
You guys ready? You guys ready?
Yeah, scroll it.
Scroll
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr?
What? He has 19 pass touchdowns. That is
That
bullshit.
is terrible.
That is really rough.
That is.
Oh my
hate
God.
it.
That's really rough.
There's no way Derek Carr should be number 9.
no,
That
no,
is
no, no,
terrible.
Derek,
Bullshit.
Derek Carr, I love him, but he's a 15.
11 interceptions, 11 fumbles, and he's top 10.
Yeah, that's. Wow. He's had 22 turnovers. There he is.
Oh, top
So we got 10. We're down
Jack
to 10.
Prizzy, 13 games, 68.5%, 3,600 passing yards, 7.3 yards per average, 25 TDs, 10 ints, 105 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 10 fumbles. Woo!
Can you scroll up so we can get the stats on the screen at the same time for?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not
So he's
that
played,
different.
He's played 1 extra game.
So he has
Sorry, I'm
he has 6 touchdowns more than Derek
He's got
Carr.
less interceptions, less fumbles,
He has
more
2
rushing
less
yards,
turnovers.
half a yard per attempt.
Yeah. Better same
percentage.
better percent. Yeah, it's
Oof,
weird.
That's weird.
It's
Yeah.
weird. And I mean, we're on a winning streak.
It's,
Yeah.
there is a,
Every time
there
we
is a
look-
500 yard, 550, 560 yard difference there, though.
In yards.
I
Yeah,
think
that
they-
must be they must be giving that to.
Yeah, but he's played 1 extra game, so
I would rank
call it 200 yard difference because he might get 300 yards like him. so-
Absolutely. But I would also rank the passing touchdowns much higher than fucking.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
especially when
Absolutely.
when you have a lower passing yards but more touchdowns. I think I would take a passing touchdown over a.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather have 6 passing touchdowns, 6 more passing touchdowns and 600 more yards.
We all know
Yeah,
Greg.
definitely.
Oh yeah.
We
Definitely.
all know Greg has lost a lot of money in Vegas, and that's why he has to write
I
this
don't feel
article.
bad for calling him a fucking knobhead now.
Yeah, Greg Rosenthal. So what did he say about old Dacky boy?
Yes. What did you say about? And then what number did you pick though?
I picked 12.
Oh,
What'd
Or
you
11.
pick,
I
Ad?
picked 11. Sorry. I picked Kirk
14.
Cousins. Hi, guys. Get the fuck out of the party, Kirk.
So it's bumming
No
me
one invited you.
out. So what Greg had to say about Dak is it's bumming me out to watch Dak these days.
It reminds me of Superbad, that guy out of Superbad. You let him out the cage, you let the psycho out the cage. I'm sorry, Mark, you let the psycho out the cage.
Great.
Am I right?
Okay, Alex, read this.
It's bumming me out to watch Dak these days. These are the plays where his footwork, touch, and ability to manipulate defenses, or there are plays where his. I can't read.
okay. So
Come on, get in
Ants,
there.
go for it. I'll go for it.
Yeah,
it's bumming me out to
someone
watch.
read the fucking thing.
It's bumming me out watching Dak these days. There are plays where his footwork, touch, and ability to manipulate defenses are beautiful. Then there are other plays. Prescott went back to pass 40 times against the Giants, resulting in 203 yards. Cowboys didn't have a play over 20 yards and barely tried to pop one. Pop one. Pop it. It's conservative offense full of protracted field goal drives and runs on a 3rd and long. I don't get it.
Fuck you, Greg. I mean,
Greg-
I'm like that old. I'm like that sibling that I can make fun of my sibling and call him a bitch as much as I want, but as soon as someone else does it,
Yeah.
the gloves come. Oh, fuck you, bitch. I just got muted him.
I just got muted him. Anyways, but
But-
sorry, go ahead.
well, now I lost him.
You're making a great
It's
point.
like if someone else attacks the Cowboys,
Yeah.
I'm allowed to do it. I'm a fucking diehard fan. If some Joe Blow NFL.com guy who's making a living off of this article, fuck him.
yeah.
Greg Rosenthorpe. No, look. Here's the thing.
Old Gary Rosenthorpe there.
I don't disagree with him. Like,
Well, then fuck you too, Alex.
no. I don't disagree with all of his personal opinions. I don't agree with, of course. I'm just saying, like, yeah, Prescott passed 40 times. You know,
Yeah.
Cowboys didn't have a play over 20 yards. I guess if that's all you're looking at, but we're looking at the bigger picture. You know,
Yeah, because that's what we do here.
We're all lucky number 7s.
Shit, yeah, boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is. Oh, sorry,
I was just gonna say I just don't agree that David Carr gets the point ahead of him.
Derek.
I know.
Oh, you did it on purpose.
Yes.
Nice. I like what you did there. So I think before we
hey,
go,
hey,
I think
hey.
no, just shut up for a second.
Hey, thanks
Shut
for
up for a sec.
Thanks,
Sibling-
fuck him out.
Sibling fight.
Stream off.
Sibling fight.
Stream off.
Thanks for ruining my joke.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Oh, Adam's. This is something new that Adam's doing.
Muting me? I'm
Hello,
just talking.
Miss Lady.
I think
never
we have to. I
happened
think we
before.
have to go to the article about why
Number
they
2?
think Dak isn't putting up the numbers.
Absolutely.
I think we have to segue into that.
Hey, look, I just have the articles up here. Okay, maybe I have a couple sexy nude pics. You know, whatever you want.
Hey, it's your journey. What do you want?
Of
So
Who?
did you read this, Alex, at all or no?
Yeah, I read this too.
You did read it?
Yep.
So the gist of this, for anyone listening, we're looking at an article from Blogging the Boys that the title of it is The Return of Cover 2 and the Challenge for the Cowboys. So about 15, 20 years ago, the rage in the NFL was the cover 2 defense. And you can see it here. This is a cyclical league. 15 years ago, everyone played a version of the cover 2. Dual threat QBs made it. Many switched to a single high to add another DB in the box. Now we are headed back to the high 2 again.
Okay, so
So they basically are going back, running quarterbacks. You saw them kind of like a Kaepernick. You know, there was that 10 years ago, every division had a quarterback or someone running a wildcat or a fucking pistol formation or a run pass option, dual threat type quarterback. So that everyone went away from this cover 2 defense. The whole thing with the cover 2 defense is all your DBs are basically playing zone, and you're basically relying on your four defensive linemen to be able to handle the run and handle the pass. And you drop everyone else in cover.
Do you know what's weird? When I have a hard time when I'm watching games knowing what type of formation it is, like because of the angles that we're
You
at.
can't see it when you're watching it on the TV. Like you only see basically the defensive line. You don't even really get to see what the DBs are doing.
But cover 2 is like the formation that I generally will play 90% of the time
Yeah,
in
so
Madden.
cover two, it's just you have your 2 corners.
I play the one they suggest.
Yeah, suggested
Yeah.
suggested defense. So all it is you have 2 corners on the outside naturally, and then you have 2 safeties playing deep.
Yeah.
So you basically, if there's guys going deep, now you have two of the wide receivers being doubled essentially.
And aren't your linebackers kind of playing more of a pass?
Yeah, they're all in zone. So you're
all
not
in
blitz.
zone.
You're not blitz. You're rarely blitzing. You're all playing kind of a cover. You can also do like the Tampa 2, which was with Derek Brooks. They basically had him in a Micah Parsons role, and he would drop back, or Brian Urlacher, correct me if you got him. He would drop back as like a third safety.
Okay.
And play the middle of the field.
I do have some questions that I want to ask, but let's get through this article and then I can ask those questions.
I do. What did you just say?
Yeah, it's just basically they're just going back to a type of defense that is hard to get bigger pass plays, like deep pass plays. And they're saying that the whole NFL is doing this. And that's why you're seeing a lot of quarterbacks or a lot of teams with low scores.
Right.
Because a lot of them have never played against this type of defense.
So I think what's happened a little bit.
But it does have huge flaws. Flaws.
Right.
I was going to say, which is so odd that an offensive coordinator couldn't just make those adjustments after you see them in that scheme.
I'm not going to try to put Madden compared to this, but in Madden, if you know someone's playing cover 2, you basically just send 3 wide receivers deep.
So I
You
think
send your 2 wide receivers deep, and then the guy in the slot deep, and then the 2 safeties have to pick. They have to, one guy's going to be open deep, basically.
But so what always happens in
It's easy.
what always happens in,
Sign me up.
Are you the new Kellen Moore?
Dungeon Master.
what always happens in sports is
Sports.
Go Sports.
Yay, sports.
a styles developed from like a phenom type of player that shows up, and perhaps it was Michael Vick. I know there was people who rushed before him, but he maybe was the one who like
Cordell Stewart.
what needs to happen is that a player needs to show up. In basketball, it was Steph Curry who showed up and played basketball a different way, and then that leaks down to the kids who have skill, who are younger.
Yep.
They start wanting to emulate that player, and now it's like 3-pointers are fucking
Everything.
everything. And the game, and it's changed the game at basketball. In football, this is what happened: is the dual threat QB came in, changed how the weak point of defense was obviously, we've never seen this before. But then what happens is teams compensate. They build special positions, or they build special packages where now, okay, the high school kids grow up wanting to emulate that one player who fucking dominates, or just knowing like, man, I need to be an outside. Like edge rusher did not exist. It existed, but not in the way it does today. Let's say 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it might be.
Yeah, there wasn't guys that were bred to do that. Like
Exactly.
now it's its own position,
right?
Pretty much where before it was you would take this once in a generation type LT, for instance, guy and put him in that position and let him go. Now it's like an actual. They go for guys that have that those traits.
Yeah.
But back to this.
So that was long story short.
Yeah.
Summed up.
No, and it makes sense. So with this though, with the cover 2 defense, there is a lot of flaws in it. And the reason they're playing this type of defense against the Cowboys is Dak doesn't have his ability to run anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Where before, if you drop in and you see cover 2, you have your corners dropping back and you have 2 deep safeties and the other guys are covering short, you have an easy 6, 7, 8 yards that your quarterback can pick up. Right? The same thing is screenplay. So you've seen that this is another reason they think the Cowboys have been trying to do a lot of failed screens, because you basically have safeties dropping back and then the corners dropping back. Well, now you can throw an easy screenplay, but they've just been getting blown up.
So, but these schemes,
Scheming?
is that how you say it? They require.
I believe it's Sheem.
Schemes,
thank you,
schedules. I love gold.
These Charlie Sheens.
These Charlie Sheens.
These Charlie Sheens, these schemes, they require players to fit the part. So, like, you can want to play, say, cover 2, or you can want to play Tampa. You can want to play.
Well, cover 2 though, it's zone really, right? So you're just taking anyone and saying, "Hey, play this part of the field."
Well, but you still, there are, if let's say you have, you've just lucked out and you have 7 great pass rushers, and their second good skill is like in your linebackers in front 4, then you can't, like, you'd be detrimental to play a scheme that like forces them to go back and play coverage more, right? Like if your linebackers are better rushers, you're just better playing a scheme.
But what they do though is it's a passing down that this is, right? So you probably only have maybe 1 linebacker on the field anyways. At this point, you're probably in your nickel position where you have 5 DBs on the field, right?
Right.
So you have all the small, fast guys that can cover. what it depends on, you are right. What it depends on is having your 4 defensive linemen being able to get pressure.
Well, I guess the threat comes from you having players who are skilled in those positions. Like if you have a bunch of average Joes, it's not as scary for them to play that because you can like probably beat them with your.
I don't think anybody
receivers.
in the NFL is an average Joe.
Well, but just mediocre maybe as NFL.
NFL mediocre.
But the reason that this coverage doesn't get played very often is because there is lots of flaws, which is why I don't necessarily agree with this. It might work right now, but eventually it's been beat before, right? People know how to beat cover 2. Maybe Kellen Moore's never really had to face it in his playing days. He's still young, right? Kellen Moore's young. He's a young offensive coordinator. Maybe he's never actually had to scheme against a cover 2 defense. But they're saying the reason because of the cover 2, that's why the Cowboys are now doing a lot of check down types plays because those are what are open.
Smoke weed
Every day.
Didn't someone bring up the point to you on Instagram that the Cowboys would have a shitload of drops recently?
Yeah.
yeah.
And so taking the blame off Dak.
A little bit.
Kind of deal.
So what was that stat? It was in the last 6 games, 7% of the passes that Dak has thrown have been dropped, opposed to the first 6, only 1.5% have been dropped.
Damn, that's a fucking.
Now, is that because he's not throwing it well to him or because they're just not grabbing it?
Yeah, so a drop like the NFL will only consider a drop if like it has to be. I don't know if it's both
It's
hands
catchable.
catchable. Like
Yeah.
it has to be. They could have caught it.
Like a sail shot, it's not going to do it. It's
no,
not
they
gonna
won't do that. Like
Okay.
say it's thrown and he's jumping and it touches off his hand. It has to be like a clear drop. Like
Yeah.
CD had 2 last game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This stat was on Twitter. Shout out to @TheHonestCowboy.
That was actually what I wanted my Instagram to be, but it was taken.
Hey,
Because
we found him.
I'm the honest cowboy.
You are, and we found the guy.
Could have been Honest Cowboy 1.
You know what?
_69.
And you know what? He's pretty damn honest.
Yeah. what? You know what? This guy's great. He has honesty in his name. Like, honesty.
And his look, his look is
Strength.
he certainly has a Schultzy vibe in the name here.
He has a hat on backwards. I like the guy.
I like him.
Seems legit.
So, since the Denver game, the Cowboys have 19 drops, which equates to a drop rate of roughly 7%. That's a lot. But prior to Denver, week 1 to 6, Dallas had 4 drops for a rate of 1.5%. That's a huge
Increase.
increase.
So, I mean, and that's, you don't know what that equates to in yardage or Dak's, completion percentage, but it is a lot, right? Like, I don't know. You'd have to look back at certain
We're not going to
games.
fact check this
We're
guy.
not going to fact
He's
check
the
this guy.
honest
He's the
cowboy.
honest
Guess
cowboy.
what? Yeah,
I believe him.
yeah. You don't fact check someone who says that they're honest.
7% of the passes Dak Prescott has thrown have been dropped. That's not very good.
No,
That's
that's on target or not. So if they're dropped, they're obviously on target.
It'd be
right?
interesting to, we're not going to do it now, but it would be interesting at some point, or if someone that is actually listening to this, because it will be a clip. Sports Pro, we're looking at you. If someone knew what the NFL's the average was in the NFL, it'd be sweet to see that compared to the last 6 games.
Let me see if I can just whip it up real quick here.
Okay, I'm taking you off there because, there is this weird thing on our live streams, which if you aren't following us on our live streams, we live stream every game, or we watch every game and live stream us watching every game. Alex has this unspoken competition with Sports Pro 2.0.
Yeah, we have a guy. So Steve, just for Steve, there's a guy named Sports Pro that's in our chat. And he's basically our Siri. So whenever we need something Googled, and then Alex tries to out Google him, but Alex is usually a vape 10.
Smoke weed.
Yeah, that's yeah. Sports Pro's not playing against a stacked field. He's Aaron Rodgers rolling over whoever was number 32 on defense.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of smoking weed, AJ's gonna come fucking snorting Adderall next live stream to study faster.
Guys, guess what? You know what's weird is every single time someone steps on the field at this percentage of the precipitation, they win the game.
Who is it hot in here?
No, I mean, look, AJ is very quick to find
is.
those reachers.
No,
He's just
look.
not as quick as Sports App or Sports Pro.
Sports app 2.0.
I mean, the clue's in the name.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Sports Pro.
here's what I could find.
And we're gonna say heavy-handed.
Thanks, Google.
Worst drop rates. This is a few years ago, but I think we could still kind of look at it. These guys are all knowable names, and and it's only gotten easier to catch.
Yep.
The guy doesn't have honest in his name, so I don't know how much I'm going to believe him.
That's true. 2015, 2017.
So this
Des
is
Bryant's on this list.
But this is per player though. This is like
per player. I know,
so
but
it's kind of tough to. It's kind of tough to. But this is still interesting to see.
It's. I mean,
Amari Cooper's on the list too.
Yeah.
Two Cowboys.
Two Cowboys and Des Bryant. Yeah. So, and then if we scroll down here, number one is Jason Witten by a long shot, 2.33%. He never drops the ball.
He never drops it. Witten was a fucking G.
All right. Well,
AB was up there for the Steelers today, Steve.
We're gonna let Sports Pro.
We'll figure it out. Someone will figure it out. But anyways, back to the original stat. That increase in drops is not good, and and they've been in key points.
Yeah.
Like there's times that CD's like open without anyone within 5 yards, and he just drops it.
Well, we talked about this earlier in the season where he's already thinking about the move he's about to do after he catches it, and that's kind of what's screwing him.
He's still a young player too, right? CD's only in his second year. Love CD. Don't think I'm throwing shade, but he could be a premier possession receiver in the NFL. You can't be dropping those gimme passes.
No, man. No.
You need to be like a DeAndre Hopkins who doesn't drop anything. I'm trying to think who else is pretty sure-handed in the NFL. Give me someone else. Give me someone else. Cooper Kupp even. Cooper Kupp right now. That guy. Tyler Lockett. Yeah.
Doesn't matter how far that ball's thrown.
He's getting it, right? He's getting it. So I'd like to see CD before playoffs.
He's dropped more of those screens than he has.
Well, I find it's always those fucking slants. He's always slanting across the field.
He drops more short balls than he is long balls. And he's got big, long balls.
Saggy balls. Saggy balls.
It would be nice to see in terms of the receiver.
Saggy balls.
It would be nice to see the saggy balls on each of the receivers.
I wish they wore shorts just so we could see those balls.
It's like, is it not?
Pants, don't do it for me.
Is it Scary Movie or not a teen movie?
No, it's Jackass.
No, I'm talking about it's like the gym teacher and it's a chick, but her balls are hanging out. Like, is it Scary Movie or not? Another? It's one of them.
It's probably not another teen movie.
I think it's scary.
I think it was it Schindler's List?
That's the one.
In Jackass movie, when Johnny Knoxville's wearing the old person thing,
guy,
and his balls are out there. That's also his old gross little balls. It would be interesting to see in terms of the routes.
Stop saying that.
I had to break it up there. Because CD does do more slants and outs versus like straight on like burns on people.
Well, and back to the cover two. If they just send Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup deep, and then CD Lamb deep up the middle of the field, one of those motherfuckers are gonna be open.
They're gonna spread that defense
They're gonna
wide
spread
open.
that cover two.
Like you have to, yeah, exactly. But even if you add in Gallup or even Wilson, crack him
if you got him.
If you had Gallup or Wilson in there as well, like they have.
Said he hasn't had anything in a while.
For a while, yeah.
I think he might be a little.
Now that Gallup's back,
yeah,
they've kind of hit him out as the WR3.
Yeah, he has, yeah. So cover two, the NFL seems to be playing it, and that's that. Back to our original article. That's what they're thinking is the regards to some of the slumps in offenses around the league.
Last thought on that, I go back and forth on Dak. Is this who he is? No, he's having a slump. No, it's this. No, it's that. Something's different. That's all that I can make obvious here. But this line kind of made me feel a little bit better. It says, and I quote, "This is indeed a league-wide trend. Do not overlook that Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just got shut out by a New Orleans Saints team that the Cowboys beat 3 weeks ago.
So exactly. So with saying that, let's move Brady up a point in QB index, and let's Tampa Bay should get up.
Hey, you're hired. You're hired.
Okay.
Did anyone see the Saints shutting down the Bucs?
Oh, it was crazy. Oh, it was no.
I like the Saints. I love Alvin Kamara. I love Taysom Hill. That guy can do everything.
He's
a quarterback. Totally. He's a fucking running back. He's a wide receiver. He's a fucking.
They're fun to watch.
Football player.
He's everything. But I did not see him going in there.
Whoa.
Shut him out.
That's what we're talking about shutting out. We did not see the Lions beating
Either of them.
Arizona. Those are the two most abstract, what the fuck happened this week in the NFL.
But back to what Alex was saying, and with that quote he just read, it gives you a little bit perspective. The Cowboys beat the Saints in the dome.
Yeah, by 10.
Yeah, in New Orleans, right? So they're playing against a team that just shut out the defending Super Bowl champions. So
beat us by only 3. So if
Right?
you do the math, we can beat them by 7.
But right, like it does make you feel.
If you do the math, the Cowboys have won the next 3 Super Bowls. So, like, I mean, who the fuck?
That's it?
What was Greg Rosenthal on about?
That's it. Only the next 3.
Yeah. Okay, so
Should we get into the?
we should get into the next upcoming week predictions.
Who are we playing?
the Washington football team.
Okay.
Next.
Okay. When are they gonna fucking think of a better name?
I think it'll be when they fire that piece of shit owner. Maybe. Fuck that guy's a loser.
What are they gonna be?
The Washington Dream.
I forget who was in. I forget who was in our chat on the live stream a couple weeks ago. They were firing out a few good names.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
If they go back to like a Native American name, I will
Sports
piss myself.
Yeah.
That would be fucking brilliant.
I
Like
mean,
the Washington Sitting Bulls or something.
well, no, I think it might have actually been Sports Bro. He was talking about this unit of I can't even remember fighters,
aerial fighters.
aerial fighters, and it sounded like it was like the Washington. I don't know, anything at this point's better than football team.
Yeah.
Washington Reds, isn't that a?
I don't think they'll get away with the Washington Reds.
Well, I just mean the color of their jersey. They
removed
hey.
the skins.
The Washington Marooners.
What about the Washington Skins and he just played no shirts? Shirts or skins? Always skins.
Always skins.
I do like the Washington Marooners.
Washington Marooners.
Well, here you guys.
Just a shitty picture of a beat up raft on the side of the helmet.
Help.
A fucking beach with help spelled in fucking rocks.
Help.
You guys who bet, what's going on here with this spread? Washington's plus 9.5, Dallas is minus 9.5.
Yeah, so we need to
Okay.
win.
Or wait.
We have to win by 10 points.
So I have a rule when I bet the spread that anything over 9-10, I always go with
It's tough.
I always go with a plus.
With the cover, yeah.
Yeah, just because, it is pretty tough to call a 2-possession game. A lot of games are close nowadays.
And it's divisional.
And it's divisional, yeah.
So what was was it 11?
It's 11 now, sorry, on DraftKings.
Oh, on DraftKings, but it was 11. It was 11.5.
It was 11.5, and I actually...
Did you go the over?
I actually bet the
On
Cowboys.
Yeah, nice.
Because it was the Giants.
Yeah, you have to. They're playing against fucking
Washington,
neck boy.
the football team are better than the Giants.
Well,
so
depending who's starting for them at quarterback. If they have
This is true.
If they have Garrett Gilbert playing, take the fucking minus.
Yeah, take the minus.
What is it now? 11?
Plus minus 11 Cowboys.
So I mean that's still that's scary.
well,
to
you
pick.
can see there that the on the last one plus 11 is the favored for Washington.
Yeah. See,
Minus 115.
I kind of agree with you. I would take almost the plus 11 to be honest. It is hard to beat a divisional team by more than 10 points.
yeah.
So when it happens,
And
sweet.
it pushes it out of a 2-score.
I'm trying to see where the over under is. Where's the over under on that?
It's right there, 48. I'd say the
48
I'd
over.
say,
Oh, yeah,
I'd
on the
say,
bottom
I'd say
underneath,
I'd say the under on 48.
Well,
I think.
DraftKings is 47 here. Well, hey, funny you say that, Steve.
It's funny that you say something about gambling because that is a great segue to say
Get us
football
up on the
fans-
screen. Get us up on the screen.
I can't. He didn't set it up. So
Okay.
right now we're basically just going to hit me. Football fans, I'm sure we all love an action-packed, high-scoring NFL game, but the latest no-brainer from DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You'll be a winner once any single point scored. New customers who bet just $1 on any team can score and win $100 in free bets. It's that simple.
You guys are dialed.
If Sportsbook isn't available in your state, you can still get in on the NFL action. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes all season long with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports Contest. Crack them if you got them.
Crack them if you got them.
DraftKings is giving all new customers free shots at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposits. All you have to do, and this is the most important part for anybody, and I mean anybody who's listening or watching, you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use promo code TPPN, bet $1 on any team to score, and you win $100 in free bets. If they score, you
simple.
score. With promo code TPPN this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You must be 21 years or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only, new customers only, minimum $5 deposits and $1 wager required. One per customer, restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem?
Call 1-800-JAMBLER.
Call
1-800-JAMBLER.
Call 1-800
JAMBLER.
Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Okay.
What just happened?
That's our read. That's us selling out.
And Adam,
Is that the first? That's the real first advertisement I've heard on.
Okay.
Oh
well,
no, you should see it on our Thanksgiving episode after the Raiders game when we came back from the game and podcasted.
and
We
we
did
were
it drunk and we did the read drunk.
oh, I haven't heard that one yet.
Oh, it's fun. It's pretty
it's
funny.
good. I mean, so
So is that just in the States?
yeah, New Jersey, Indiana.
No, you can still
Pennsylvania
use
only.
it. You can still use that code in Canada.
TPPN.
I feel like you need to go the Bill Burr route of when he reads his advertisements. He just gives them shit.
Well, that's
Like-
that's what I like to do when we have it up. I like to fuck around and jump in at certain points.
This sometimes. I mean, we
Just
usually
slag them off. Just
we'll
tell them
usually
they're
have
pieces
it up.
of shit.
We're not famous
Don't do
enough.
that.
We're not.
Don't do that.
Hey, if anyone from DraftKings is listening, we are not associated. We are not associated with Stadaley.
I won't
He is
be
not
back.
a part of the.
That guy over there is nothing. That guy over there is a fucking idiot.
Hey, you got your reading, you get your money.
Yeah.
Fucking
Cha-ching, selling out. Never felt so good.
I mean, honestly,
Actually, I'd get all the money.
speaking of selling out, I'm wearing a fucking Cowboys jersey. What
Yeah,
the
you
fuck?
are. I like it.
yeah. Who's selling out? That guy.
Well, yeah, because the Seahawks are. Wah, wah. We need something to watch.
Hey, Steelers are still alive.
True. That's true.
I saw a meme today. It was like, "How are you still alive?" It was like, "I don't know."
Now, do you think Roethlisberger has how many more seasons in him? You think this is it?
I think he's got -1.
Mine, yeah. So you think he's gonna quit?
If the Steelers' second QB wasn't Mason Rudolph, then Roethlisberger should not have been back.
Crack me if you got
Why have they not?
Although,
I mean, this is a whole. New,
I also saw a start saying since a certain amount of weeks, like he's got one of the best fucking QB ratings. It's like
Well,
0 interceptions.
I also will say too, and I don't know if it's the owner and I don't know what it is, but you never hear Pittsburgh like swapping out of coaches no matter how bad their seasons are.
They keep.
They stick with their
They've
stick
had
with
like
their
3
horse.
coaches.
Yeah.
Chuck Noll.
Sorry, they
Chuck
stick
Noll.
with their jockey.
People give Mike Tomlin shit. Steelers fans like to give Mike Tomlin shit, but
Well, of course.
that guy's a plus 500 coach
Yeah, he is.
for the
Yeah.
past fucking however many years.
Well, who are
He's a
their
great
3
coach.
coaches? Chuck Noll.
Bill-
Crowder.
Bill
Yeah, Cowher and Mike
Cowher
Tomlin.
and Mike
So,
Tomlin.
question about Ben Roethlisberger. You think this is his last year being a quarterback?
Absolutely.
So you think he's just going full-time rapist?
I mean, I mean, to answer that question, semi-retired, so part-time rapist.
He's a piece of shit. He's not a good person.
I think he's going to get picked up if he does not. But who are they? Have to find someone to replace him with.
I think it'd be a struggle for him to rape anyone. All they got to do is run away.
Yeah,
Have you seen him
fair.
try and
That
run?
is true.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Fat
The slowest guy when you would take Big Ben as your quarterback in Madden and you try to scramble with him and you just get fucking smoked.
Yeah, but if he gets his big fucking mitts on you, he's going to
Yeah.
take what he
it's
wants.
like
His double gloves?
trying to move
Loved it.
trying to move a fridge that doesn't have wheels. You know, when you have to pick up one side and put it down, then pick up the other side
Yeah.
and put it down.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how he runs.
the shuffle. Shuffle it
And he always
across.
looks like he's an.
And you've not emptied it; it's just full.
I actually saw a meme of him. It was him, and he had ice on his shoulder, ice on all his knees. He's completely iced up, and it was like Big Ben after a 6-yard scramble. Oh, that was pretty funny. Okay, back to the stats.
I mean,
fuck
and,
the Steelers.
and for those of you who are listening, it's the 52-minute mark. The reason
52 minutes. Wowza.
the reason we don't really need to break down the Washington game is because we've already played the
played them.
football team.
Look,
Not scared of them at all. I'm really not. I'm usually a little like kind of hesitant to think we're going to smoke someone. Not worried about the Washington football team at all.
I mean, what do we really want to look at? Here's some rankings.
I want to know: is Taylor Heineke starting for them? Like, who do they? What's their injury report
I
right
think
now?
if he's in COVID protocol, isn't that like a automatic 2 weeks? or-
Depends if they're vaccinated versus unvaccinated.
Oh, okay.
Unvaccinated is, I think, automatically 10 days. Vaccinated is until you're not asymptomatic,
Okay,
I believe.
Okay,
But what is the injury report?
He's not on there.
Still not scared. They are going to have a better defense playing us against. They will have a better defense this week. They'll have Sweat and Young will be back. So those guys didn't play the first time against us. We have our backup tackle in, so they're going to feast. They're good players. Their defense will look better. I'm still not scared of their offense at all.
What about
Smoke weed every day.
What about Tyron Smith?
Yeah, he's still out. He'll be out till playoffs probably is my guess.
That's okay.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
No, I'm just
we're
saying-
in playoffs. As long as he's healthy for playoffs, I'm cool. I'm cool.
More important, he's healthy for that. And the O-line has been not really a sore spot. Like
No.
maybe it's had a couple bad moments.
No, Dak's had time to pass. Dak has had time to pass. I'm excited, and it might be bad. I hope the team's not like this, but I'm just more excited to get to the Cardinals game. I want to get back to a game that feels exciting. You know, like right now, it looks like the Eagles are going to be the other team from the NFC East that are going to make playoffs. We play them week 18. This week we beat, like, our big game against Washington already feels like it came and left, and we beat them. So it's kind of like, hopefully it's not a trap game.
Here's a good stat that I like to look at is the recent games. How are they playing recently? So the last 3 games for Washington, 18 points average and 23 against. And for
But you can't take their game against Philly even as a indicator though. They had Garrett fucking Gilbert, the psychopath, playing quarterback for them. So that 18 points over the last 3 games is tough to actually, you know what I mean? It's tough to actually judge.
That's the only stat you need there versus division, the Cowboys.
Give him 7 more. All I'm saying is Cowboys 25-14. So
Which is sweet. Like, if you told me at this point of the year we were averaging 25 points, scoring on average 25 points and allowing 14 points, I'd be pretty jacked up.
Again, that's 2 possessions a game.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So,
yep.
While we're talking about the NFC East, can you go to the Instagram real quick? There was a stat that I put on the story. I just reposted from someone that is really telling about how Dak, not our boy DQ. One more over. Oh fuck! I didn't actually post it. My bad. So it was that's fucking hilarious. So what the stat was? It was Dak Prescott's record against the NFC East, and he's like 25-7 against any NFC East opponents. He's like 9-3 against the Eagles. I can't remember exactly what it was. Someone had posted a meme of it today, and I was like, holy fuck. Dak's 23-6 against the NFC. So 24-6 now, because they probably didn't have the Giants game here. So Dak's 24-6 against his division. I mean, that's pretty fucking damn good, man.
Wow. A 5% touchdown percentage for 46-15. I don't see the ratio there, but that's a good ratio. That's like a 2 ratio.
He could have the shittiest stats in the world. I don't give a fuck. The main one is that 24-6 against him. That means he owns the NFC East. I just thought that people give him shit. I mean, you have him as your quarterback, you have a really good shot at dominating the division.
We got to do predictions
for the game.
Yeah, bold predictions.
Oh, bold predictions. So we usually do the game day score day of. We're just doing some bold predictions.
Just bold predictions.
Okay, well, we'll let our guests to daily go. Give us a bold prediction for the Cowboys game. Cowboys.
It can be anything.
You want a score or you want a win?
No, just like someone with like say someone scores 3 touchdowns or someone goes for 200 yards. Something bold. Something that.
Okay, I'm gonna go with
parlay a bet.
I'm gonna go with a long shot of a Diggs interception.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a Parsons fucking.
So you're doing a parlay then.
You're parlaying.
Okay, so his bold predictions is a parlay. I like it.
I'm going with at least 1 sack, at least 1 interception, and a
defensive
9-14 win.
Oh, and he's giving a game day stat.
Oh, that's good though. I like it. So
9-14.
9-14 point win.
So winning by, yeah. So you think we will win by 9 to 14 points. Yeah. I like it. That's actually probably one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah.
Is guess how much a window, like, to do it on when you do a bet builder.
I like that parlay.
Okay, so who's up next, Ad or AJ?
My bold prediction: Greg the leg is not going to miss 1 kick.
Wow.
Including point after, so just kick
in general. He's not missing 1 kick.
So were you like sniffing glue today or something? Like, we're saying bold predictions. We're not saying stupid predictions.
I'm kidding.
That's the boldest prediction we've had on the show.
Yeah. No, and it's Washington at Cowboys.
Yeah, they're playing.
So we're
AT&T.
in climate controlled temperature, which means Greg
is good for missing one for sure.
He has no idea what to do there. So.
I was trying to correct it. It's like, Greg, you're inside. You don't have to correct the kick on anything.
Greg, I was making sure someone started to breathe, and I wanted to kick left.
Maybe that side's shouting louder than that side. Yeah.
I saw someone wearing a very bright pink shirt in the left, so I tried to.
They're coughing up there. They're coughing.
They're cheering too loud, Dan.
Fix the stadium. Well, then fix the stadium.
Always comes back and he's just
Are we-
always like, my damn fucking cleats.
Ooh, I
Are we,
feel like
are
my
we saying
socks were-
that Cowboys with their first round pick next year are picking a kicker?
I want to be
Is that,
against
is that what you're going with?
against it. I haven't been so mad at anyone. It's between right now. It's between LVE and Greg the Leg, who I yell at the screen more about.
Yeah.
It's very close.
Yeah, but
and guess what? They
LVE
both,
doesn't cost us points though. Really, Greg the Leg
yeah.
debatable.
does.
What
I
about
guess.
if Greg wore that ridiculous neck thing?
Yeah.
How mad would you be then?
Oh, I'd actually. He's like, you know what? I think it might help.
Well, no, we were saying
Help
when,
center my skull.
we're saying when like 2001 when Madden first started to allow you to put all these accessories on players,
Always geared right up.
you would gear up like the extra high neck
like,
roll, the
arm
pads.
pads.
And then he even has like the nose strip. So
Yeah.
it's like it's like a kid's just like, I'm going to jack him up with all these accessories. That's what LVE looks like right now.
Totally.
AJ, what's your bold predict?
So I think the Cowboys are going to continue with another 4 turnover game.
Bold.
But this time it's going to be 2 forced fumbles instead of 3 picks.
Okay, so 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Any
at least two.
any
At least two.
touchdowns?
At
Any
least two.
touchdowns on that?
At least 2 forced fumbles. Any touchdowns? I imagine 1 touchdown coming from it. Yes.
Coming from it. So I'm going to go with a Trevon Diggs interception, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but if he gets an interception, he breaks he ties a Cowboys record at 11. But I'm going to go one step further, and I say he gets 2 picks next game and breaks the Cowboys record.
Wow.
With 12 interceptions. So the most was 11. I think fucking stuck on Greg the Leg here. I think Greg the Leg is going to get 2 interceptions. I think Trevon Diggs is going to get 2 interceptions and break the Cowboys record. That's what I think.
Is that regular season?
Regular season,
Okay.
yeah. Which you think, I guess 11 interceptions in a season's pretty good. Something bad just happened. Looking at the bandwagon, boys. Do I have to call us out here?
No.
What are you guys doing over there? Did you delete everything?
No.
It'd be nice.
Okay, we got to
it'd be
restart.
nice- Wait, it'd be nice if he did break it in 16 and not 17 games.
Yeah,
Because then there'd be a
There's
fucking
no
asterisk.
no
I
asterisk.
would
Yeah,
like to
yeah,
see. I would
totally.
like to see it next week, 100%. So I think we covered. I mean, maybe not everything, but for Stadaley, our guest, love having him. Love when he shows up, and the bandwagon boys over there, love seeing their faces. I'm still getting used to being able to see them. And
I wasn't a fan. I'm going to be honest.
can you lower that? Can you lower that TV again?
Hang on.
Are we redoing this?
The one thing, because we were hitting the caller there, but the one thing that does fuck up when we do our things back here. If something screws up,
You can't
I can
see.
switch. I can switch angles, and then you don't see.
I know, and now it kind of throws me off.
Because when I'm like this, like you're like,
I know. Well, it throws me off. I get worried.
Don't
It's
worry.
like it's like
Don't
my.
worry about us.
I can't help it. I can't help it. I forget what I'm even saying.
but you know what screws me up?
What?
I don't know what you're looking at, so I don't know if you're looking at him. I don't know if you're looking at that.
I know
don't
you're
if
like
looking at us.
you're just a blind man staring off at the fucking just staring.
So I'm wearing these. You got to keep you
I'm gonna wear sunglasses.
keeping
next
you
time.
two fucks on your toes.
Next thing you're gonna be asking us, hey, remove this so I can see under the
Yeah.
table. I wanna see
No,
under
trust
that.
me, I do not want to see what the hell you guys are doing there. I ain't calling us out again. Just play that
Okay.
fucking track. I ain't,
Smoke that skin,
Smoke
cowboy.
that shit.
Give us an out. Give us an out.
Oh, for the bandwagon boys again and our guests today, I'm your host, Yes Best We Out, son.
Boys, the Dallas Cowboys, that is. What up, what up? What up? How about the boys? What up? How about the boys? What up? They bring the noise. What up? I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys.